now let's also focus last couple of minutes on the show. Also focus on the big trigger of the union budget coming up in a fortnight or so. This time around, it's going to be a Sunday budget, and we are hoping that this time around it will be also one of the firsts when we will see the stock markets also probably open. No official communication yet, but the expectations are large here because last time it was on a Saturday and we did see the stock markets open as well. This time it could be a Sunday market for all of us. How would you be looking at the big expectation, especially after the big bang announcements on the taxation front last time? Are you penciling in any other big announcements, or will this be, probably a non-event kind of a budget?
So, Sakshi, we'll have to work on this Sunday. I think that is what I am a little unhappy about. Well, I think the lighter side. I think the budget has provided for the tax exemption, and I don't think that government is going to be further giving any kind of bonanza in form of tax for sure. Maybe some of the procedural aspects, I think, related to tax, they may probably, I think, consider it well, so that at least, I think, the corporate earnings, I think, also sustain at the same time the group momentum also gets picked up. I'm not too sure whether, I think, they will be giving any concession in the tax rate. In my viewpoint, I think they have completed the program of giving tax concession to corporate as well as to individuals. They will not be in a hurry to, I think, do so next 4 or 5 years now. The second point, I think, which I believe that the economy is requiring today, because of the free trade agreement that we are signing with various countries of the world, particularly European nations, and also, I think, bilateral trade agreement, including hopefully before budget, I think, with America. In such situation, I think what will happen, the government will have to significantly, I think, give emphasis to 2 or 3 things. One, I think the logistic management, import and export of trade, which takes place, I think, is requiring, I think, some amount of attention. There may be some kind of a incentive kind of program which may come up because the PLI is doing exceedingly well. So hopefully, I think the logistic part of activity, if it is basically incentivized, then economy can actually flourish in form of, I think, creating the infrastructure. So that is one aspect, I think, which we believe could be, I think, a good possibility. Second aspect, a good possibility is in the area of power. We believe that, I think, going forward in the next 5 years, the cost of per unit of power might come down to somewhere around 5 to 6 rupees per unit, and against 8 to 10 rupees per unit for the industry at this point of time. And the reason for that cost coming down is also the fact that, I think, the renewable segment of energy which is getting into the system. So the larger thrust government may end up putting would be in the area of power and power utilities. And that's where probably, I think, you might see some amount of soaps, I think, considered in this particular budget for this particular sector as a whole. The other areas where I believe that the digital stack in form of UPI, ONDC and digital currency, they are likely to be given, I think, the larger amount of thrust. India has already started dealing with 5 countries on a digital rupee. So fully, I think this experience travels faster than I think we are doing with the dollar as a currency medium for transacting eventually. So if that happens, probably I think it will be a long-term benefit for the country as a whole. So we believe that these are few possibilities, I think, which at the macro level are definitely, I think, considered. Some of them will have to be seen how exactly they influence the industry and their corporate funding workings, etc. But we remain distinctly hopeful. We also believe that semiconductor and data center related programs are going to be given incentive, and I think this can come into the PLI scheme as well.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.